record on my computer. That would be a smart thing. I just want to welcome everybody again because I'm just hitting the record button. We just shared some incredible stories. Lori shared about her house cleaner coming over and feeling lightheaded, and how she, really gave her some product. And now, because she shared with her, just like my hairdresser 2 weeks ago, when she shared, she was able to, taste the products. And because she tasted it, she's like, whoa, this is so good. I want to bring this into my own studio. And Lori just did that today, and now her cleaner's interested in ordering a pack. Mom and Dan's team is doing really well. They're getting their own results. One of Mom's friends, Cheryl, she just lost 8 pounds with Isagenix in her first 2 weeks, I believe. And Dan is learning about cleansing. They're cleansing right now, and this is just really exciting. Everybody is growing and learning. There's some people that wanted to be on the call tonight. They just messaged me that they're either at working or they're not able to be here. So I'm just putting the record button on, and we're going to jump right into the teaching because I want to honor your guys' time. So I'm going to share with you some slides just about going through this new project that we have. Now, if you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourself and just ask a question, as we go through, or you can put it in the chat box below if you're, shy or whatever and not really too sure how to do that. Let me just see here. I think Dagmar is messaging us to see how she can get on. Mom, do you think you could message Dagmar while I start the teaching just to help her get online? Is that okay? Because she's just trying to get on. So this project that I'm rolling out this week is called the Proof Project. Now, I know a lot of people have, probably come up, at least some of you guys have probably come up against people that have said, well, does it really work? Or is this some kind of a pyramid scheme? I know I've heard that from a couple of people this week. Or is this, do these products actually work and all that kind of stuff? So what I'm going to be rolling out is this new Proof Project. And what I want to show people is that it's not just me that are getting these results. It's not just me that is getting a paycheck every week. It's not just me that is experiencing this life of freedom. There's so many people that are experiencing this. And so what I'm going to do is just open up full transparency into what Isagenix is on my social media page. I'm going to be talking about financing. I'm going to be talking about how people are making finances every single week. This week especially is going to be all about the business. I want to announce some really, really cool things before I jump into the training tonight. So we are doing a Cross Canada Road Tour, which is very exciting for everyone that is getting started, everyone that has teams already, people in each community that we have our teams across Canada. And we're doing a pump up tour. We're going into each city. So we're going to hit Powell River on the 11th. The 12th, we're going to be in Vancouver. The 13th, we're going to be in Kelowna. The 14th, we're going to be on the streets of Banff doing a street tour, like a street event. So we're going to be outside. There's going to be no building, and we're going to be just on the streets sharing with people with a big trailer and the truck parked alongside the street. In the 15th, we're doing Calgary. It's going to be our first super Saturday of the whole tour. That means that from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2, we're going to be doing team training. So people will come in, they'll hear the speakers for a little bit longer period. It's kind of like a mini celebration event where people are going to get training, they're going to get practical understanding, and then in the evening between 7 and 9, they're really going to be able to hear those motivational speakers that are coming, really get them pumped up and see the power in what this business can do. So that'll be on the 15th. On the 16th, we're going to Medicine Hat, Alberta. Going to see my family that are down there. And we're going to be doing a nice event there in the evening, same time, 7 till 9. And then we're heading up to Edmonton. We've got a really big event there. My friend who is Tanis Heron, she's going to be doing sort of First Nations dancing on the stage to welcome everybody into the building, which is incredible. Her niece does First Nations dancing. So every event is going to be very honoring of Canada and very honoring of bringing unity to the team all across Canada. This has been going on for 17 years. And for the first time, we are doing this road tour to bring unity to Isagenix across Canada from coast to coast, which is very, very prophetic and very timely, with all the stuff that's going on with Battle for Canada and Prayer for Our Nation and unification. So really, really exciting. And then on the 18th, we're doing an event in Toronto. And the 19th, we're going to be in Halifax. And then we're ending the tour on the 22nd in Fort McMurray. And we are doing a big Super Saturday event. We're having special international speakers coming in. And then we're ending the evening with smoke and lights and flames and a big 7 to 9 celebration to end the road tour. So as we go through this week, as we go through the weeks coming up to this road tour, the leaders have agreed to jump on and do lives with me and with Gabby and with some of the hosts on our social media page. So I will be posting that in the Missions for Life chat about where you can get your tickets for you and your team. Guests are free, you guys. So if you have people that are already doing Isagenix, they will have to pay $10 to get into the door. But guests who have never been enrolled before are free. So Lori, you can invite your cleaner to your party, and she can get fired up about it, and she can bring all of her guests, and she can go consultant overnight. Do you see how that works? So we really want to leverage the time that we have right now to get super fired up so that when this event comes to town, you guys, this does not happen that often in Canada, that these events are going to be going on. So it's just so cool that I have been given the role to host the events across Canada, not host them, but to plan the whole thing. And I was able to plan around where we have our team, which is so exciting because you guys are going to have an event of about 300 people in each city. So this is the perfect opportunity to bring everybody and pack those seats out. It's not going to cost you anything, which is incredible. We're going to have free product giveaways. We're going to have huge weight loss value packs to give away. We're going to have door prizes. We're going to have all this different types of stuff there. And then you're going to get about 6 months of information that you would normally have to watch and learn and develop. You're going to get that all in one moment, in 1 2-hour session. So this is really, really rare and really exciting, and you want to start planning. So for Powell River, which is most of the call that's on here right now, I'm not too sure who user is. Might be Bob in Medicine Hat. Powell River is going to be the 11th. So mark that down on your calendars. That's a Tuesday night from 7 till 9, and most likely we're going to be doing it at the hotel in town, which is going to be a nice big room. We can just pack it out. So with that being said, let's move on to the training. Let's just get right into it. So today we're going to roll out the Proof Project. So this week and leading up to this event, I really want to show this transparency of what this is all about. So let's go through what this is all about. I'm just going to move my lens so I can see here. Sorry, just 1 second. I have my faces that are covering it. Okay, let's just go back. So we're going to be going over a few points tonight. So the power of social media, how to create a following. Okay, that's people that are being attracted to who you are authentically. That doesn't mean you go in and put on a new outfit and a new hat and become somebody else that isn't resonating with who you are. This is people that are attracted to who you are naturally, and they're going to be watching what you're doing on your Facebook page. These are the people that are already liking your stuff. These are the people that are commenting hearts on your photos, and people that are, supporting you on your Facebook page and that different types of stuff. Those are your followers, okay? And this is what we're going to be doing, is creating a larger following so that you can attract more people. So getting into my next point, which is called attracting your tribe. Now, for you to attract your tribe, you need to know who you are. And we're going to be going over that about your identity. We're going to be helping you guys be authentic in the way you show up so that you're not showing up as saying something like, oh, that's epic, that's legendary, but you would never say that in normal communication, right? So you want to really stick to who you are, because that's the type of people that you naturally have in your network. The next thing is about timing. So this is about when to do a social media post, when in the week it's important to do that, what time of days, certain things like that. We're also going to be talking about tips to successful posts. So how to be able to do this on your Facebook. This is all about social media. So you guys are going to be getting a lot of information to grow your business. And I want you guys to think about your business is yourself. So your shop front is you, right? But the way that you have your shop front is through social media. So you're going to be using Facebook as your open and closed door hours, okay? And I'm going to show you how to leverage that into an income that you can actually retire on. So the next thing is tips to successful posts, the do's and don'ts to social media, how everything works, practical understanding, the game plan, commitment that is key, right, to success. If we don't commit, we don't get any success, or we get very little of it, right? So commitment is so important. It's the committing to putting the products in your body. It's the commitment to showing up on the team calls. It's the commitment to actually taking the posts and putting them on your Facebook. It's the commitment to taking that initiative to exercise and actually be kind to your body. So it's commitment right across the board. And then the power of proactiveness. Okay, so being able to take what you've learned, and then in your proactiveness, be able to go out and to do this and repeat it and teach other people to do the same. So the first one we're going to be going over is how to create a following. So who do you want to follow you? That's the first thing you want to think of. Sometimes we have people that are in our network that we don't necessarily want to do business with. We may have people in our network that, you know, are Debbie Downers and they're negative all the time. You know, yes, they may need Isagenix, but you want to be thinking about the people that are naturally, you know, draw people's attention, naturally talk freely, naturally are open in the way that they show up in a room, that are kind, that are courteous to other people. However you know, want your ideal person to be, that's also who you need to show up as. So if you're wanting somebody to like be a business builder on your team, you wanting somebody to be proactive, you're wanting somebody to be nice to other people, you're wanting somebody to be shiny and to, you know, be welcoming. Well, guess what? The way you attract that person is becoming that person yourself. That's what attraction marketing is all about, is that if you want to have somebody that is doing these things, then you have to be that person yourself. You have to manifest that in yourself, right? So if you want to, it's the same principles of what we learn, you know, in the church, is that, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, right? That's a principle across the board. But we're using that same principle here in social media, is that if you want to create a following of people, you also need to become the person that you're wanting to follow you, right? You're wanting that person to be attracted to you, right? So there's a don't just say, but do it too, right? We want to say that I want somebody to build on my team. I want somebody to be shiny. I want to do, you actually have to take those steps to doing that. And then the proactive way to connecting, right? To connecting with those people. So when people are starting to follow you, they're going to be wanting to see consistency. You know, they're going to be wanting to know what you're doing tomorrow. So for example, I have something on here called a story on my phone. So in Messenger, you guys will have the top of Messenger. See, you'll have these little circles here, and they're called stories. So this little plus button here says how to add to your story. So if you have your phone with you, you can even open up your phone, go into Messenger, and you can look at the top of the screen, and you'll see all these people here that you can scroll through, and there'll be all these little circles, right? So each one of those circles, let's just go into, I'll go into mine today just so we're not going into somebody's random story. I'm going to have the post that I created. So it's going to be talking about my May long weekend. And as I tap to the side, or it will go on a timer, it'll be showing my pictures. And on those stories, right, you can do a little video, right? Riding the boat yesterday. I'm showing that I like to relax. I'm showing that I like to be outside on the beach. I love to be with my friends. I'm trying out my new sun hat. Here we're on Hernando, having a picnic on May long. We're out here looking at the seals, cooking a meal.
Check out.
Right? Looking at a sunset. You can do videos on it. So if it's your first time, and then I also did about the project that I'm starting, right? The Prove It project. So what that does is that when you click and you want to add a story, right? You want to click at the top here and you want to say add story. And on there, you can either take a picture of yourself. So I could take a picture of my kitchen right now if I wanted to. And you would take a picture just by snapping it, right? Then it's going to say, do you want to add to your story? And if you hit back, because obviously I don't want to add a picture of my kitchen to my story that day, you can also hold down the button here and it will create a video. Okay, so see how there's like a little blue line that's going around there? That is creating a video. You see how it's going around the bottom of my finger and to the top? So as that blue line comes all the way around and makes a full circle, that's the full time of that video. So it's almost to the end, and that's the amount of time that you have.
Create a video.
See?
Okay, so see how there's like a little blue line.
So if I wanted to post that, I would hit share my story.
Video. You see how it's going around the bottom of my
So you're going to have that on a loop until you're ready to share. The other thing that you guys can do as well is, say if we take a picture of my kitchen, okay, and then it has letters up here on the side, so you can hit the letter, and you can say in the letter, my kitchen, right? You can also select a color. So I want to select my color. I like turquoise, it's my favorite. And up at the top here, it'll say how to change the font. So you can pick different fonts by clicking on the letters itself and changing the font. So I like this spirally. Maybe I want to make it bigger. So I'm just going to spread my fingers open and make it bigger, right? So there's different things that you can do there. You can put little things about the date and the time. There'll be a little option for that. So, I mean, I want to encourage you guys. I know that this might be really basic and you guys may know already how to do this, but this is how I build my following, right? So you want to attract people to you. You need to be able to use certain things that are going to help to leverage your time, and it's going to help to leverage showing people how to follow your story. For example, when I got started with Isagenix, I did a little video of why I got started. I filmed the video because I was too scared to do a live, which I'll tell you guys about that soon. I was too scared to do a live, so I videotaped myself on my phone, and I posted it after I'd watched it probably 5 times, critiquing myself, and realized people really just needed to hear my story. They needed to hear what was in my heart and why I started Isagenix, okay? So as I shared that story, in the later days, I started to share about where I was. You know, I shared a story saying, hey, I just started Isagenix. I've already lost 8.5 pounds and 8.5 inches. My friend is flying me, which is Gabby. She's going to do the road tour with me from Perth to Sydney, right? So that week, guess what? I'm going to post pictures of being in the conference of where I'm going, the hotel room and how cool it is on my story. I'm going to post about going to the Sydney Opera House and having a coffee with my girlfriend that I used to, you know, that I knew from Africa. We met up in Sydney and then she came to the conference with me. I'm going to post about the speakers and like fun pictures with my friends. So you're creating, right? You're saying like, I'm going on a vacation and here's where I went along the way. Remember, we used to have photo albums with that and we would label it. So we're taking that photo album and we're using that to create a following of people. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you one more thing about the stories really quick, and I want to encourage you about the proactive ways to connect. Okay, so everything you're learning, you now have to take that and practice. Okay, so you can go on your phone, you can click on the story, you can, yeah, see mom, she's practicing right there. She's taking a picture of Danny on the couch. That's perfect. So what you want to do is when you go back to your stories of all the other people, okay? So when you click on your own story right here, see at the very bottom, I can see how many people, I don't know if you guys can see that very clearly. You can see how many people, the number of people there, and their faces of who's watching my story. So for example, instead of watching my movie again, I can actually click on the number of people on the bottom of my story, and I can scroll through and see who's actually watching me. Now, this might sound a little creepy to you guys, but this is how we actually monitor who's watching us and who's the repetitive people that are continually watching our story. The reason why you want to do that is you're actually priming your prospects to be able to be ready to talk to them about Isagenix. So it's a way of almost getting data information to be able to learn how to be able to share with people. So you know that you can click on somebody and you can say, hey, how was your May long weekend? Right? Maybe it was terrible. Maybe they were stuck in the office all day and the only way that they could enjoy May long weekend was watching my story. That would be the saddest thing ever. But that's true, and it's such reality, because you know what? The lady who's coming on this whole tour with me, Gabrielle Dean, that was her reality 5 years ago. She was a high-level accountant working and making a ton of money, but watching everybody's May long weekend from her phone at the office because she couldn't go out and enjoy it because she never got time off, because she was always in the race to try to get to be the best, making all the big bucks, but never getting out of the office, living off coffee, right? So here's the thing is that when you want to create that following of people, they have to have something to follow. Okay, so this doesn't mean every day needs to look like Bahamas on your Facebook, right? Every day I don't go to Hornando. Some days I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, I feel so good. So I jump on my phone and I go, oh my gosh, I just woke up in the morning You know, obviously I'm not going to film where I go to the bathroom and what I'm doing. And, you know, like obviously we need to be practical, but I do film sometimes about how I'm feeling when I wake up. You know, some days I wake up and I'm like, man, like I'm a little groggy. I had a glass of wine last night or something, and I need to go to these meetings and I need a sharp mental focus. Great. Grab your e-shot, which I don't actually have here, but I usually do. We'll just pretend this is a little e-shot. I grab my e-shot and I'm like filming myself saying, hey guys, you know, I'm so excited that I have these meetings today and I know I need to be on point for them. I want to show up and I want to give my best, right? You're showing who you are. You're showing your character. So I'm going to have one of these e-shots, right? Just to be able to give me sharp mental focus and the energy I need for the day, right? Slam it. Next video. Hey guys, I just got out of my meeting. It was so awesome. I'm so excited to share about this information that just came out of this meeting, right? I'm not able to share it right now, but watch my space because I'm going to talk about it later, right? You're creating interest. You're creating like, ooh, what was she doing, right? Next scene. Hey guys, I'm in the gym. Oh my gosh, I just drank my nitro. I just smashed my workout. It was incredible. And I'm just like dripping in sweat. I don't care what I look like. You're being transparent because people want to know you're real. When you go on Instagram and you see all these models and you see these people that look perfect all the time, it's not realistic. Nobody looks like that all the time. It's not true, right? So you want to be able to create connection with people that's real. And this is this new study that's just come out. And that's why I'm saying checking your stats is that they're coming out with these new studies saying on Instagram, people are not connecting like they used to because it's too perfect. So it creates this feeling that people aren't good enough, and then they disconnect and they get depressed. This is the new study. So they're saying, which is perfect for us that are learning new social media tactics and skills, that we don't have to be perfect. In fact, we actually get more attraction when we're not perfect, because then people know that you're real and it's authentic and it's transparent, but they want to know and they're going to follow you. And so that's how I create my following. And I'm going to show you why it's important to do that. So when you're attracting the people to your vibe and your tribe, right, you need to know who you are. So for me, I know I'm a missionary, right? I travel around the world. I love to help people. I love to give back. I also love dogs. Okay. I love humans. I love helping people. I love to perform live music. I love to get on my guitar. I love rodeo. I love to be in the horses, right? I love to help train. I also love to travel the world, right? So I'm creating this person that I am. I'm creating all these little venues for attraction of maybe just a horse person, or maybe just a traveler, or maybe just somebody that likes dogs, right? Or maybe somebody that likes business, or maybe somebody that's an entrepreneur, or just a missionary. Now I can connect with all these different type of people because that's who I am, right? So who do you want to show up as? Now, this isn't very important. Okay, so yesterday's post, which I'm going to jump off really quick and show you. Yesterday's post, I did, actually it was today, I did a picture of myself with this little dog. Okay, this dog is not my dog, right? But not everybody's going to know that. Here we are here, right here. I'm going to close these windows down because, sorry, just 2 seconds here. So this little dog here is not my dog. But people don't know that. All they know is that I'm in a picture with a dog, okay? So dog lovers immediately are like, oh, cute dog, that's such a cute dog, right? I get all these likes, people sharing them, whatever. So here I'm showing up as somebody who looks, you know, looks kind of put together, looks like they may have a little bit of finances, and has a nice small dog, okay? That's who I'm showing up as. Now, I know this might sound really funny, but the thing is that when you create something that you're happy, you're secure in yourself, you look like you got it together, people are going to want that. They're going to want to look like that. They're going to want to have that. They're going to want to go out on a nice boat on May long weekend. Doesn't mean that that's my boat, right? But it's a way of putting something out there that people are attracted to. So say for instance, okay, I want to break this down. Say for instance, if I were to have my ideal self, I would have it together. I'd wake up in the morning early. I'd go work out. I'd go meditate. I'd have time with the Lord. I would make my ideal shake and my smoothie bowl. I would have, you know, time in the afternoon where I do a second workout. I would have all of my business organized. In my place, there would be things on the wall to give me, right, memory of what I need to do. I'd have a day planner so I could follow everything in my day planner. I'd have organization, and I would be consistent every single day. Now, is that practically me? No. Sometimes I get a call in the morning, right in the middle of me waking up, somebody that may have taken something of Isagenix with something that maybe didn't agree with them, and they got sick. So instead of me waking up with the birds and like Cinderella and the birds are making my bed and everything's perfect, sometimes that's not reality, right? But if I want to show up like I've got it together, then I need to actually start acting like I have it together. Because we can't just be a person that's walking the walk, or talking the talk, but not walking the walk, right? So what do I need to do? I need to set myself up for success by, one, getting a place where I have some notes on the wall, some inspiration, maybe some things about myself, maybe a reminder of things that I'm not so good at. Like I maybe need to work on my consistency, and that I need to have a better plan, and I need to have more order, and I need to have better follow through. So those are things I remind myself of, and then I work towards the person I want to become. It doesn't mean that every day I live a perfect life. Nobody does. And we're going to have distractions, and we're going to have things that come up, and we're probably going to fail in our journey at some point. That's reality, right? But if we want to become the person that we want to attract to us, we need to start showing up as that person. We need to start eating properly. We need to start going to the gym and working out if that's our goal. Hi, Kata. We need to start spending quality time with our family when we can. We need to start organization in having a day planner. This took me, my friend giving me one so that I could remember to make our appointments, right? And so you want to be able to create this person of who you actually want to be, right? We can do it, but it takes consistency, it takes effort, and it takes proactiveness. Okay. So the next thing is that what does your ideal lifestyle or tribe look like? So for example, these are some of the pictures of my journey through Australia. This is one of our start programs down at the bottom where we go and give back at the Give Back Day for Make-A-Wish. So here we were creating a young little girl's Make-A-Wish who had a brain tumor, and we were able to create that. That's the person I want to be. So I'm showing up to give back, right? And I'm showing people that this is who I am. And then there's another picture of me with my friends standing on a beach house, right? The same place with two different images. One of it is we're just hanging out with each other, having fun. Because for me, people and like having connection with people and making friends, that's so important. But there's also a picture of us hustling, right? So we're showing up, but we're also attracting the tribe, right? We're a bunch of blondes, and we're all at the beach, and we're all, having fun, and we're all enjoying each other's company. So as you go through social media, you want to be posting pictures, right, of the person that you're trying to attract to you. Okay, does that make sense? It's like your avatar. So yesterday, I'm thinking, hey, I want to attract a businesswoman to my team. I love business. I like showing up like that, but sometimes I show up like a hippie. Sometimes I show up on the training call and I have no makeup on. That's okay. But if I want to be attracting a businesswoman, I need to look like I've got a small dog and a nice big hat and I'm on a yacht. Right? It's not a lie. It's part of my life, but it's something I'm going to post because it's somebody I want to attract. So timing is everything. I want to get into the next post here about the time slot. So when you're posting to social media, you don't want to post 7 o'clock in the morning because nobody's going to really read that. Most people are rushing to work. They barely have enough time to get a shake in, let alone a breakfast. And they're rushing to work, right? So they're not going to look at Facebook. So that's not the best time to do it. So the times during the Facebook is usually in the evening when people have time. They're going to go on between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock during the week. Okay, so that's the time that you want to be posting to Facebook. You only want to be doing the one post that you want to make people see. So for example, if mom, you go in the garden and you decide, I'm going to take 5 pictures of flowers and I'm going to do one post about Isagenix during the day about shakes and how much I love my shakes and that I've lost this weight and here's my before and after picture, right? So let's just say you post at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock you post about your shakes, 7 o'clock you post about another flower, and then 8 o'clock you post another flower. The only posts that people are going to see in your time, in your news feed are the last posts that you posted that day. So what is going to happen is it's going to bump all your other posts down, and Facebook's going to take your last one and they're going to throw it in your timeline at the busy time where most people are flipping through between 6 and 9 o'clock. So you got to remember that if you're going to post, the last post that needs to happen is Isagenix so that people see that post. You really technically only want to be posting once a day. And this doesn't mean that you have to only post hustling pictures of like sitting around doing business with your team, or, you know, so-and-so made so much money today, or congratulations on Stacy who just got this epic transformation. You just got to remember that whatever you're posting, try to tie it back to Isagenix, and we'll talk about that. But take a look at the times on the bottom of the slide. It's 6 to 9 during the week. 8 p.m. is a great time to do the lives. That's right in that high time. And when you do a live, your live will be the first thing that comes up in the whole box of all your friends and everybody on Facebook. Your live will be at the top. Okay, so doing a Facebook Live and sharing a live video, you can be walking down the road or going around the lake. For instance, Mom and I just walked around the lake to get a jug of milk, and we did a 10K walk and got some exercise, right? So let's just say you haven't posted that day, but you really feel like you want to talk to people about committing to moving their bodies. So great, jump on your Facebook, and on your Facebook, have you guys ever, hands up if you've ever done a live before? Anybody ever done a live video? No? Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a live. So this is a lot of information, but I want to catch you guys up because it's super important. So in your what's on your mind, right? You know how it comes up what's on your mind on the top of your page, right? What's on your mind, Trina, it says, and you can post a picture, right? That's called your post. Everybody see that okay? So if you want, you can find that on your phone. And what I want you to do is just click in the bar that says what's on your mind. So as you click on that bar, it's going to pop up and say, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to say? And all the information in there. So when you go down, you're going to see here, it'll say how to go live. Okay? So then you can click on how to go live. That doesn't mean that you're instantly live, so don't be afraid. Take a look here. There's a slot here. It says tap to add your description. Okay? So on here, you can tap on the description and you can type in how to move your body or tips on moving your body, right? So then you're going to say, and you can tag me. So you can say tag Trina, and then you can go live. So as you go live, you're going to wait, and people are going to pop on your live. They're going to come up in green, and it's going to say, Lori just popped on Debbie's live. And I'll get a notification on my computer. And it'll say, Debbie's going live right now. So I'll click on that and say, oh, I want to watch what Debbie's doing. And then Dan's going to have a notification that says, Debbie's going live. So he'll click on it and say, oh, my wife has got something to say. So then as you're on here, it's popping up. Hey, hi, Deb. And Lori will say, hey, how's it going, Deb? And I'll say, Mom, what are you doing? And you're going to say, hey, guys, today I just wanted to jump on here to do a live because I really felt like I wanted to talk to you, you know, you guys or my family or my friends about the importance of moving your body, right? It's so important to get out and find exercise. And for me, one of the things I love to do is walk around the lake. Sometimes I go with my daughters. Sometimes I go by myself. Sometimes I go with my husband. But it's something that I love to do because it's easy. I don't have to think about going to the gym. I just know that if I get around the lake once, it's one way. I get 8K in and I am moving my body for the day. Right? I just wanted to encourage anybody that's out there that doesn't know how to move their body or get inspired to move their bodies. This is one thing I love to do. What do you guys love to do? Type it in the chat box below and tell me what you guys love to do. So then it's an interactive thing. Oh, Lori says she loves to go work out at the gym and go swimming with Kata. Danny says that he loves to go work out at the rec center and lift weights. Trina says that she likes to go to CrossFit, right? And then you can say, give me some love hearts or whatever if you like this post today, or thanks so much for jumping on, or Lori, where are you calling from? Oh, from Powell River or from Slyammon or whatever. And you go back and forth and you create a conversation, right? It's attracting people to you and you're talking about wellness. You're not talking about Isagenix. You're not mentioning anything about the Isagenix brand or the logo. All you're doing is you're attracting people to yourself, okay? So between 8 o'clock at night, that's a really, really good time to be doing that because people are going to be watching. Obviously, you don't want to walk around the lake at 8 o'clock at night. I get it. But this is one example. Sometimes I do that on a weekend. So on weekends, everyone is on their phone a lot more, or on holidays, because they're sitting around, they're not at their jobs, so they can look at their phone. So 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can jump on and do a live around the lake because it's the weekend, and or from the beach. You take Kata to the park, right, Lori? So you could say, hey, I just want to encourage you guys, like of families, to get out and love your grandchildren. What do you love to do with your grandchildren? This is perfect, Lori. That would be a perfect live for you, because you're not talking about the products. You're making people feel safe by bringing them in and talking about something that they can do to benefit themselves, right? You're starting to warm up your prospects. Do you see how this works? You don't just come up to people and go, do you want to join Isagenix? Do you want to try Isagenix? Right? Like, if that's your vibe, then totally go with that. But what I've noticed is that people are hesitant because they're afraid. So you want to warm people up, and this is what's being called as attraction marketing. You're warming people up, and you're showing them that you're not just going to slather Isagenix all over your Facebook page and shoo people away. You're creating a following by bringing people in and creating interest about your life. Okay? So the next thing is tips to successful posts. First thing that we talked about is being authentic. Okay, you want to show up as yourself. Lori, you're not going to show up going to CrossFit because that's something you don't do right now, right? You go to the park with Kata. So that's what you would do, right? Mom, she might do a live from her garden. Oh my gosh, I'm out in the garden. I love to get exercise by weeding. Look at these beautiful flowers, you guys. What are your favorite flowers to grow? Right? You're creating an interest of who you are authentically. The next thing is now what message you're trying to get across to people. So when you're doing your posts, okay, you're always going to think about an underlying message that you want to receive, like you want to put out there. So take, for example, the walking around the lake. You are putting out a message on it's important to move your bodies and get exercise, right? But the whole time you're getting information from other people. How do you like to move your body? What do you like to do? Blah, blah, blah. And you're engaging people so they feel safe with you, right? You're creating that safety net so people will want to communicate and talk and be open of answering questions like, what are your 3 goals? That is going to be your first question that you ask somebody when they're interested in your post, right? What are you looking to change? It's so cool that you're looking to change something. What are your goals, right? The next thing is having a plan. So this week, we're doing all social media plan, and it is all about the business. It's all about the money, okay? I never post stuff about the money, but I'm doing it this week because I want to switch things up a bit. I'm always congratulating people on their transformations. I'm always showing up on my Facebook page with things that I'm traveling around doing, but I don't talk about the actual, like the proof of that this works. So I'm going to show people, I'm going to be transparent this week and show people how this works financially, right? How to actually do it practically, and showing them the numbers. So when it comes from the heart, it's real. If you guys are showing up and writing a post and you're copy pasting something that I've done, and it's using language that you don't normally use, then it might come across as inauthentic. Okay? When you copy paste something from someone else's side, you might not be showing up authentically, and people can smell that. They can know if you are being authentic or not. People know if you're being real or fake. You don't want to go to the grocery store and be like, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I hate that person. They're going to tell, right? You're going to be hiding behind your hand, and you're going to be talking about people behind your back. You don't want to do that. You want to be transparent with people. So the same thing is you want to show up authentically. And when it comes from the heart, it's real, right? So when I'm posting stuff, I do it from the place of the heart, and it comes out as authentic, right? So people can see through the fluff. So if you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited and I just want everybody to be happy and, okay, buy my Isagenix. People are going to see that it's very fluffy and it's very fake and it's not really who you are. And they're going to tell that. So you want to make sure that your posts are coming out really gritty, really meaty, and really from the heart. Like I said about the timing, when you're doing successful posts, you want to make sure it's done between that time frame of 6 and 8 o'clock at night, 2 to 4 on weekends, and 6 to 8. You want to speak to the fear that others are already feeling. Okay, so this is a really good point. If people are afraid that the products work, you want to show more transparency with the products, right? You want to show your story. Oh my gosh, I love my shake. I love how much it fills me up. I love how tasty it is. I love how delicious it is. Right? So on your post all week long, going to be talking about the products, how amazing they are. Meanwhile, on your Facebook page, you're going to be talking about the transformations. Congratulations, Lori. Congratulations, Cheryl. Congratulations, Deb. Congratulations, Dan. Before and after pictures, and you're going to be showing these products work, they work, they work, they work, or your money back, right? So you're consistently coming through against the fear that other people have. So I've moved through that already because I've obviously got my own results and I've got my own story and I've got a following. So now I'm moving into the place where people are afraid about talking about the money. Okay. So you'll get through these and you'll make a game plan, but you want to come from a place of also your fears, right? One of my fears was thinking people are going to think that I'm coming across as proud and bragging when I post about money. But I realized it's the same thing about losing weight. If I never posted that picture of me in my underwear before I lost my weight, then people would not probably follow my journey and feel open enough to share their results with me and tell me that they want to lose 50 pounds. So when you're creating a story, you're also creating a safe place for people to relate to you and a following as you go. So the same thing with what I'm doing about the money now is people that are afraid about doing this and being able to afford it. I'm going to show them the proof in the pudding this week. I'm going to show them how I've created that. And I'm going to be very transparent and talk about numbers and talk about the money side of things this week. Also, you want to break through the disbelief. Okay. So if people are saying to you, you know, oh my gosh, there's no way that this is sustainable. There's no way that you're going to be able to keep the weight off. Show them. Right? Same thing with the finances. Every single week, I'm going to show people that how I help people. And I'm going to reassure them as I post about the money that look at all the people I'm helping. Look at the families that are able to pay for their car payment and their grocery payment and their dentist bills because I took the time to show somebody how they could do this as a business and make a side income. What could you do with $180 a week extra? What could you do with $98 a week extra? It doesn't need to be $7,000. In fact, most people can get turned off about that because they can't think it's realistic. Some people have never been paid $7,000 in a month. I know I hadn't. So when I saw that number, it was like, whoa, that's incredible for you, but I can't even wrap my head around $2,000 a week. And I'm doing that now. So what you do is you start to be realistic. Congratulate people on your team that made $60 this week. Guess what? That $60 pays for a couple groceries. You know, might pay for a car payment by the end of the month. 6, 12, 18, 24. That's $240. That's a car payment. Right? So what we want to do is we want to break through that disbelief. You're not making any money at this. You're not even, you know, you can even say to people, hey, I love the fact that even though I started this business to create a side hustle, not only am I doing this and getting the results, I'm also paying for all my products, right? So that's a great post for you guys that are just starting your business out and you're just starting to get going, right? You want to be able to break through that disbelief. If people are saying it's a pyramid scheme, guess what? First of all, find out what a pyramid scheme is. Second of all, do a live video on it. And third, you know, educate people all week on what a pyramid scheme is and what we actually do. It's network marketing. It has nothing to do with that. Pyramid schemes are illegal. I'm sorry if that's what you're looking for. This isn't that. But I'll show you what it is. I'll show you that this is a network marketing business and that this is the new e-commerce. It's the new industrial revolution. It's like selling a book once and getting paid on it over like 100 billion times. Would you be interested in diapers? Right? If you could make 10 cents off every pack of diapers sold across the world right now, would you be interested? Well, yeah. How is it any different? Okay, so you're creating understanding by educating people. Okay, so that's part of our job. We need to educate people, but you can do that through directly going at the disbelief and showing people the truth about it. How cool is that? But you do it in love, right? You don't want to smear people's noses in it and make it coming from a scent, which brings me to my next quote. The do's and don'ts of social media. First of all, right? We want to use our own photos. And if we don't use our own photos, we want to ask. Okay. So if you see people that are posting photos on Facebook and you're like, that's a great post, I want to do that. Find out who they've tagged in that photo and ask them if it's okay to use it. That's called courtesy. Okay. We want to think about if somebody grabbed your before and after picture on your Facebook page because it's public, and then they went and shared it with 800,000 people. Would you want to be the first person that, you know, shared that? Or would you want to know if they're sharing that picture? They need to ask your approval, right? And we need to do the same thing. So that's the number one do. And I know that you guys probably never do this, but it happens a lot. I get messages in my inbox almost every single day. Trina, is it okay if I use your before and after pictures? Absolutely. Go for it, right? We want to share. We want to help our family grow this business, right? And we are like a family. So the other thing is being authentic, okay? That does not mean you copy paste everything that I write. And I'm not saying this from a negative way. I'm saying this because I know that if you show up authentically and you change the wording a little bit around, I'm not saying you don't use a template, but if you change the wording around so it comes from your heart, guess what? That's going to reach 3,000 times more the people on your network because they'll know it's from you as opposed to copy pasting something that's on my page. You don't know. Sometimes we might have mutual friends and they're going to go through, Lori posted this, Deb posted this, and Trina posted this, all the same. That doesn't mean that you can't use posts that have already been written and mix them up a little bit. But what I'm saying is that when you see a post that's posted into the group chat that I'm sharing with you guys, first things first, you need to download that picture onto your phone. Second thing is that you can copy paste the information, but you really should be typing it out in your own words and making it seem authentic. If it's super long and you're like, oh, I'd never read that. Well, maybe 90% of your network wouldn't read it either, right? So maybe you need to shorten it and make it concise and make it snappy. And then you might have more hits than I do, right? So it's about fishing, right? You're creating a lure and you're putting it in at the right time of day. You don't go fishing in the middle of the afternoon. You go in the morning or you go in the evening, right? Because that's when the bugs come out. Same thing with social media. Like, let's just relate this whole thing to fishing. Okay, we can do that. We all love fishing on this call and whoever else is going to watch this. So the thing is that a fish can tell if your lure is authentic or not. Really, it's designed in a way that sparkles and flashes through the water and has the same color. So it looks like something that they're already eating. You want to do the same thing with social media. Okay, you want to create something that people are already looking for and already wanting to. But then you give a little sparkle, a little interest, right? Like Mom, she used to paint on our lures with nail polish to kind of create a little bit extra glitter, extra sparkle. That's what you do when you write it yourself, okay? So take what we're doing, and I know I'll get to the pockets of the time, so I'll show you guys how to do this. So going on to the next one, be positive and bring something to the table. Okay, so you don't want to be spreading negative Nancy stuff. Now, none of you guys do this, but this is just to put out there on the teaching. You don't want to be like, oh, Janine this week, really hurt my feelings and I'm feeling really under the weather now because I'm depressed and blah, blah, blah. Who loves me? Right? And you have like 500 people jump on your post and go, oh, we all love you. That's called creating negative attention, and it stinks. It's like stepping in dog poop and then walking through the community center. Everyone's going to smell it and nobody's going to want to be around the person that's got it on their shoe. Okay, so what we want to do is we don't ever want to do negative media, negative attention. You want to be showing up as a light and as a positive person in your community, and you're going to want to attract people that are positive and not negative Nancy's, right? So you don't want to be putting out lure to attract negative Nancy's. You want to be putting out positivity. So here's the thing that you can do. If you're having a bad day, find something you're grateful for that day and post about it. Okay? If you're feeling bad about your transformation, be real. Today I struggled with sticking to the diet, sticking to my regimen or whatever you want to call it, sticking to my shakes. It's been a hard week, but I'm going to be honest with you. I am so grateful for the people around me that build me up and encourage me and speak life into me. I'm so grateful for this community. I wouldn't have it any other way. And anybody out there that's feeling the same way, feeling like they've had a hard week, if you're looking for community, talk to me. I think that you would just love the family that we've created with this incredible company, right? That's taking something harsh, negative that's happened during the week that's been real and transparent, and you're meeting people, because guess what? 90% of your people are probably feeling the same way that day. And they're going to see that and go, they might not touch on it. They might not like it. They might not comment. They might not private message you, but they're watching. They're watching how you show up. They're watching what you're showing up as, and they're watching what you do and how you're going to deal with it. And when they see that you're real and authentic, guess what? They're going to trust you. And who's the person that they're going to want to buy their Isagenix products from or use as their coach? Somebody that's posting negative Nancy stuff all the time and whining and complaining, or somebody that gets it done, gets results, and is consistent and getting paid for it? They're going to want you as their coach. That's what I have to do. Some days I don't have great days. Some days I don't. I have hard days. Some days I doubt myself. Some days I feel like, what the heck? I'm not doing good enough. I'm not a good enough coach. I'm not a good enough teacher. These are all real feelings, and I go through the same thing. But what I need to do is I need to pull up my pants, and I need to realize that if I want to lead people and help people be successful, then I need to show them a way to do that. And they're not going to be able to learn unless they're watching what I'm doing, right? And that's where consistency comes in. So other things, don't be negative. Don't share other people's posts, okay? I know that there is a certain person that is not on this call that is going to be watching this call that likes to share every single thing that I put on my Facebook page. Now, the reason why it's super weird and totally unrealistic is because it's super weird and totally unrealistic. Nobody does that. You're supposed to share your own stuff. So you can congratulate me on something that I've done, but don't share what I've done as your own words because it's weird. It's like, it's weird. It's just weird, okay? So what you can do is you can say, oh my gosh, my friend Trina just got these incredible results. Here's her pictures, and these are her words that she said, okay? My mom just had this incredible thing happen. She was able to pay for the orphanage that we support in Mozambique. She was able to pay for a new roof for them. Here's the amount of money she made, and then post a picture of mom with the amount of money that she sent over. Isn't she amazing? Celebrate her, right? Here's Lori. She's been using the products for 5 months now. She's going to the gym. She's smashing her goals, and she's sharing this with other people and getting paid to do it. Congratulations, Lori. You're really showing up as a person that you want to attract and be, right? In your culture as a leader. You're showing up as a leader, and I'm so proud of you, right? These are ways that are authentic and real. So don't share. I'm not going to go on Lori's page and share her post, okay? I'm going to go on Lori's page. I'm going to download Lori's picture. I'm going to copy paste some of her words, and I'm going to bring that into my page. I'm going to write congratulations. Here's her own words, copy paste those words, and then I'm going to upload her picture, and that's how I'm going to get a whack of results on my Facebook. Now, the second reason why you need to do that is because Isagenix, Facebook will see that you're copy pasting posts and it looks like you're spamming people. So immediately they're going to shut you down, and they're not going to put you in all of the timelines that you can flip through on your home screen and see what people are doing. You just scroll through. Facebook will hide you because they think that you are using your personal Facebook page to spam people. So that's why we cannot copy paste and why we can't share, because it's not authentic. Okay. So even Facebook has a rule about it. So it's perfect. So that brings me to my next one is don't be aggressive and defensive. So if people are saying to you, oh my gosh, you're in a pyramid scheme, don't jump on Facebook and go, everybody's so stupid. They think I'm in a pyramid scheme. What a bunch of dummies, right? Like, hello. We don't want to be putting people down because they're miseducated, right? We want to be what we do in the church, right? What we do biblically is that when we see something on someone, let's just say you see somebody and you think they're up to no good. You're not going to walk up to that person and say, well, geez, man, you've been up to no good. You're going to walk up to that person and say, you know what? I see so much potential in you. I see so much promise in you. And you start speaking life into that person. The same thing that we do with that, instead of coming at somebody and being negative and being aggressive and judgmental, what we want to do is we want to turn the wheel around and we want to come at that thing that they've said, and we just want to educate on it and educate until we have people that go, oh my goodness, I actually thought that you were in one of those pyramid schemes, but really I can see that you're actually quite smart, and that this is something that actually I'd be interested in finding out more about, right? So become an expert in the thing that you're getting negative feedback on, right? Just like in the church, right? If people are saying stuff about the Bible and they're like, oh, you're stupid, you believe in creation or whatever, become an expert on why we believe in creation and not in evolution, so that you can actually, combat those things, right? And I'm not saying that anybody that's watching this call that's not a Christian, don't worry, I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just using examples because we have a couple people on the call that are. So for example, like I said, educate people that are saying negative things on your Facebook and try to reach them there. I know that it's getting late, so maybe I'll keep some of this for next week, but I want to talk about how this all works, right? You want to attract the people by creating a following on your authentic journey. So from day one, if you haven't filled people in on your journey, now's a perfect time to do a live. It's perfect. You guys could do that, like right on the call. Anybody that's watching this call and this training, I want to encourage you to do a live video and share your story with people if you've missed gaps in your journey. I've done this before. In fact, in Australia, it brought me in a huge amount of people because they realized the real raw me. Since a kid, I suffered with digestive issues. Since a kid, I suffered with weight issues because my digestive system was bloated all the time. Since a kid, I've had these issues. Somebody introduced me to Isagenix and it changed my life. Here's all the raw and gory details along the journey, right? Day one, whoa, I didn't realize that you had to drink water with this stuff, right? Day two, oh my goodness, now I've got the opposite problem, right? Day three, feeling better. Day four, feeling awesome. Day seven, lost weight and tons of energy. Day eight, right? And you don't have to do it like that. But what I'm saying is that if you have got gaps in your story, how are you expecting people to follow a journey that they don't know that they're on? So if you have gaps, go and fill them in. Do a live, write down your notes, right? When I'm on this call, I have notes that I'm reading, right? I've got message pads. I've got, notes that are by me. I've got stuff here. So what you do is you write down your points of what you want to talk about. It's like public speaking, but not as intimidating and scary. It's in the comfort of your own home, and you can shut it off if you freak out, but you're not going to, because you're going to be authentic. And you guys have all had experience now sharing online. You're on this call right now, right? This is just like a live, except I'm doing all the flapping, right? So here's the thing is that you can do a story that will bring so much attention to your business. I can't even tell you how many people that don't even see your stories because you're reposting or you're sharing or you're copy pasting. All of your friends from high school, all of your friends that normally won't even see your post are going to see your live, because that is going to get the most attention and they're going to get filled in. So let's work on that. And if you're afraid, I can even come on and do a live with you and take over if you get nervous. The other thing is that people can smell your authenticness. We've talked about this already. Authenticness is like smelling a barbecue. Everybody in the neighborhood wants it. Okay, we talked about being unauthentic, and we talked about being negative, and we talked about being aggressive. That's all like smelling like dog poop. So if you remember those two things, right? Everyone wants the barbecue smell. Then you really want to show up your authentic self and think to yourself, what is in my spirit today to share with other people? You can ask God, if you're a Christian, about it. What am I supposed to share today, God? What do people need to hear? Maybe it's just some positivity about community because people are lonely that day. Maybe it's about the products because they're eating potato chips out of control and they can't get their cravings in control, and they're feeling so hopeless that they don't know what to do. They're going to get a gastro whatever surgery, and they're considering that, and then your thing pops up and says, I have an answer for you, right? So ask about that. Ask yourself and ask what could you do that's authentic for that day to post. Really think about it, because in your spirit what you're feeling and what other people around you're going to pick that up on, right? So just kind of intercede a little bit and say, okay, what am I supposed to share today? Okay, other things. What is attraction marketing? So what we are talking about tonight, all of that in one big lovely basket and bundle is called attraction marketing. You are attracting people like fishing to your lure, and you're the little fishing man. And when you get a bite, right, you're going to get a bite from somebody that's going to contact you. They're going to say, Trina, I've been watching your stories for the last 6 months. I have been so afraid to get a hold of you, but I need results. And I can see that people in your network and your friends and your family are getting these results. What do I do? What is this about? Great. You know what? I would love to tell you about it. Do you have time today for a call? And then you guys know what to do. To ask them, what are your 3 goals, right? What do you want to get? And then I actually have a solution for you. You want to ask them what their goals are. You want to meet them with a solution. They're stressed out. They need Ionix. They're overweight. They need to cleanse. They're overweight. They need the shakes. They're underweight. They need the Isopro. You know, they need some more energy. They need the cleansing whole system first. Then they can do the e-shots and some nitro at the gym and stuff like that, right? Meet them with a solution. Oh my gosh, I know exactly how you're feeling because I was feeling the same way and this is what I did to get these results. Are you interested to give it a try? Comes with a full money back guarantee. That took me about 30 seconds to say, and I probably just got a new customer, right? So on top of that, the power of juicy relationships. You guys, being in a rush with people because you're afraid is not going to get you anywhere. You want to listen to the people you're talking to. They're going to be real with you. You don't assume that the person needs to lose 50 pounds because their problem might be they're not sleeping at night. I had this come up with a lady, right? I could have assumed that she wanted a weight loss system just by the way she looked. The reason she looked like that was because her son unfortunately died of a drug overdose, and she was so upset that she couldn't sleep at night. And because she can't sleep at night, her adrenal glands are so stressed out and they're pumping all this cortisol, and she's gaining weight because of the cortisol, right? So when we understand what people's reason is, what their why is, then we can meet them, but it takes time to get there. It's like an onion. So, you know, if you want to help somebody and you know somebody in your community that you want to help, take them out for coffee and ask them how their week is. How's it going in your life right now? And when they finally say to you, it's really bad, tell them how they can change that. Say, you know what? I understand. I've got a solution for you. It's called Isagenix. It changed my life. It's changed so many people around me. I would love to tell you more about this. And if you're nervous to share, say, I don't really know what to say because I'm new, but my friend Trina is willing to have a coffee with you and share. I did that with Dagmar's girl last week. Now Dagmar's friend wants to go buy a big pack and tell all of her family about it that need this, that have gone through cancer, that have gone through surgeries, that have gone through diabetes, that have gone through all these different things, and these products can help them. Okay, so remember, like fishing, we want the hit and then we get the snag, and that's exactly it. I just explained it right there. So the game plan. When we work together, we get her done, okay? So if you're concerned about what to post, do not go into hiding. Put it in the Facebook page, now, you know, Missions for Life. And this is so important because it not only helps you get the help you need, it shows other people that it's okay to ask for help. Okay, so in Missions for Life, you can say, hey, Trina, you know, I'm having a really stressful day today. Kids are going crazy. I got pulled in 500 different meetings and I don't know what to post. And I need to build this in the pockets of my time and I need to be consistent and I want to show up. But to be honest, today isn't a great day. And I'm going to say, Lori, that's the perfect post right there. Let's write about today being hard. Let's write about today that you didn't know what to do. First of all, we're going to pray. And second of all, then we're going to post about it. And I want you to be real. Today was a hard day. How many people out there feel like they're so stressed out every single day and you don't know what to do? I'm so glad that I can come home and take a shot of my Ionix, right? And then I have a community of people that I can just reach out to and immediately they're all there for me, cheering me on. That's a post and it's real and people are going to respond to that big time. You might not think about it because you're thinking, oh, maybe I need to show up as perfect and all together all the time. It's not true. I once heard this, I want to share this before I close. I once heard this worship leader say, you guys know her name's Jen Johnson. She was up on stage and she was singing in front of this massive conference, thousands of people there. Her arms were raised and she sang the wrong words or off key or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. She realized what she did and the whole band stopped. Right? She realized what she did. And immediately it went from a place of people watching her like a performance to everyone in that church being with her singing that song. When we think that we're screwing up the most, we're actually attracting the most amount of people around us in our network. It's being real and vulnerable and transparent, and that is powerful. That's how you're going to get people to trust you. And this isn't about selling packs, you guys. This is not about making a commission. This is about changing people's lives that need a residual income, that need to be able to make that car payment, that need to be able to buy milk for their kids because they don't have another option, that need to be able to have the health in their body or they're going to die. We have been given an incredible gift here, and we need to get over ourselves so that we can share it. And getting over ourselves means being real and transparent. Okay, so the other thing is about posting to show that it works. Sorry, I got to move my little thing here because I can't actually see my lettering. Just one sec. Just about done, you guys. So posting to show you how it works till you get on your feet. Okay, so for me, what I've been doing for you guys is that I've been posting in the Facebook pages. So if we have a little group, if you guys want to get started and you don't know what to do, I can help you write a post and give you a template. So just reach out and ask. The second thing is checking the temperature online. So you want to be going through and you want to be mindful. Let's just say that there was a terrible accident or some kind of trauma on the news or a massive shooting in New Zealand. I'm not going to post all this happy joy stuff and be totally ignorant to that. Okay, you want to be able to check the temperature on Facebook, see what people are saying, see what people are doing. And that brings me to my third point is you really need to love on people, right? If you have people that have rejected you, go and love the heck out of them. Okay, go on their page. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best year ever. I'm so excited for all the good things that are coming your way. I'm praying for you. You know, somebody that says that this is a pyramid scheme, go on their page and like all their stuff about their grandkids. Make them feel loved and make them feel like the only reason that you're their friend isn't because you want to sell them a pack. Really. And I mean this from the heart. We have people around us that need to be loved. And if we can show that and reach out to them, they're gonna be right there with us. And it took me like 3 seconds. Loved one of my girlfriends who I knew needed these products really bad, but she couldn't have the time to look at it. So I went in and I just loved her page, loved her stuff about her kids. And it's true. I love her. Right? It's stuff that is authentic. So I don't feel like I'm doing anything just to get my own way. But what I'm doing is I'm creating an open door for her to be able to receive that. She needs that product. And now she's going to be able to come and grab it. Another thing is coming from a place of reality. Okay. So we already talked about that. We don't need to go over it. Practical understanding. So the power of social media. You guys can see now why this is so powerful. This Facebook page, Instagram, which we're not even going to get into Instagram right now. I'm just focusing on Facebook, is your social media, right? Is Facebook mostly for you guys that are going to be watching this. That is your storefront. So you got to treat it like it's your business. You want to make an income like it's a business, you need to treat this like it's a business. You want to make an income like it's a hobby, treat it like a hobby, right? If you want a business, you need to show up. We were just talking about rebranding down at the Spirit Cafe. You want to create a new awareness, you need to show up what people are looking for, right? Treat this like your storefront. Treat your Facebook like your storefront. Really make it authentic, you and putting yourself out there. Leverage is everything, you guys. So like I said, watch who's posting. Watch who's liking your stuff. Watch who's watching your videos. Take a look at that stuff. That doesn't mean you have to go after them cold turkey and say, hey, you want to buy Isagenix? You don't want to do that. You're going to wait for those people to come to you, but you spark the interest by saying, thank you so much for commenting on the post. Is there something that you're looking for? They might say, you know what, Trina, I am looking for something, but I'm not ready yet. That's okay. I'm just going to love on you until you are, right? Keeping it in the pockets of your time. So this is probably the most key point before I end. I'm going to end here. Is that you guys are busy. I get it. I'm doing this full time because in Australia and New Zealand, I didn't have another option. I didn't have anything else. If I didn't work at this, I had nothing. So I went at it like a business and I created myself an income that comes in and pays off every single week, right? It's paying the bills. It's getting stuff done, right? So here's the thing. You guys want to build this in the pockets of your time right now until you can get it going. Most people have a job. Most people have a family. I can see Kata wants attention, right? Because that's her time with you. So we want to honor that time, but we also want to make a plan around the time that we have. So I want you guys to think about your time. And I want you to think if you can only give this an hour a day and really give it an hour. And what I'm saying is that in that hour, you don't go on Facebook and scroll for 35, 45 minutes of that hour. You don't, get on the phone and talk to your girlfriend and get distracted. This is one focused hour a day. Okay. And what you do with that hour is I'm going to give you a template tonight and I'm going to put it in the Missions for Life chat. And it's called your hour of power. And it is broken down into like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, certain things that you can do throughout the week that is going to get your business going. Okay, in that time, there's creating a post. Okay, so I want you guys to think about that hour might be at 45 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. That might be all you have time for. Lori, your time might be taking Kata to a swimming lesson and you're sitting off to the side and you're working from your phone while you're watching her, or at the park, right? Mom, your time might be after your devotional time in the morning. You take 30 minutes then and then another 30 minutes in the evening, and you just do a post a day or connect with people, right? And she does all the time, and Lori, you do all the time. You guys do this practically. But for anybody that's watching this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have kids, I have ball practice, I have, ballerina practice, I have gymnastic practice, I can barely keep my pants on and on my body and not put them on my head because I don't know who I am because I'm so tired, right? First of all, you need Ionix and a couple e-shots to keep on hand. And second of all, you need to plan your time better. Okay, so plan a time. Everybody is able to do this business. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for not being able to do the products, and there is no excuse for not being able to do the business. There is not one excuse out there. I don't care who you are. You can always make the time. It's up to you guys. So I'm going to end with that. If you want help building a plan for your week and you don't know how to do that, let me know. I'll be happy to build a plan with you. But I just want you guys to think practically tonight while you're laying in your beds or watching a TV show or whatever. Think about what you can post next. Think about what that's going to look like and how it's going to sound, how you're going to do it from that authentic place. And I want you guys to think about how you're going to do it every single day authentically, keeping it within that pockets of your time till you can do this full time if that's what you want. So I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful that we had this time together, and there's more to these slides, but I'll share them. I'll share more of this next week. We can get into more details next week, but I just want to honor you guys' time. It's already a little bit over. I know it's been about over an hour, but I really hope this helps you. If it does help you, just let me know in the Missions for Life chat tonight. That would be awesome, that this was a good call, that you learned something. Like, do you guys want to talk about something you learned just before we jump off? You want to go first?
Sorry, yeah, I'm doing a shake.
Oh, he's making a shake. Lori, do you want to share something that you learned tonight? Hi, Kate.
Yeah, I want to do my first post. So, can I come over tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know, around 1 or 2.
Yeah, let me just check my calendar here.
Okay.
Tomorrow is the 21st. Yeah, I have a meeting at 1 till 2.
Okay.
Are you off tomorrow? 2 to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So
yeah, at 2:30? I'll say 2:30.
2:30 is perfect, so I'll put you down.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. And Mom, what about you?
About me doing a post?
Yeah. No, just something you learned tonight on the call.
All right, I'll try. I'll get you to critique it first.
No, I'm saying, what did you learn tonight on the call?
Well, be consistent, be authentic, be positive, be real.
That's awesome. And Lori, do you want to share something too that you learned on the call tonight?
Well, I'm just realizing, I guess the reflection is, I kind of binge eat when I'm upset or stressed out.
So do I.
Yeah, so I just, every time I have like one of your Monday night calls, I feel inspired to go do a bunch of sit-ups or something.
Oh,
So I
that's
just,
awesome.
I don't know what I learned. I just get inspired, I guess.
Okay.
It just reminds me, that I want to do this. I just have to squeeze it in.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And
yeah.
you know what? And like
I want
tomorrow when you come over.
I believe in it.
What was that? Sorry?
No, I just believe in it, and I get inspired, and it just reminds me, that I do want to make time to do this. I do want to.
That's fantastic. And what we can do too is let's make a game plan tomorrow when you come over. We'll look at your schedule and we'll find a time that works best for you. And we'll do this together. Love you, Kayla.
See you in the name of Jesus.
They've Jesus.
Awesome. Okay, well, you guys, we'll see you next Monday on the call. Same time, every Monday, 8 o'clock. And this week, I'm really going to try to record a welcome call for everyone so that when you have new people jumping on, it just walks them through everything so that it will be from me, the head of the team, welcoming them to the team and saying this is how it goes. So, yeah. And just remember, you guys, mark the 11th down, 11th of June, and the dates that you have people in other cities. You really want to start inviting them and getting them on an option to get those tickets before they sell out. So, and I will put the link in the Missions for Life chat box about the tickets, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll put the hour of power in the Missions for Life thing as well for you guys to use. That hour of power template is so good. It's shared by my friend Rachel Pedretti, and she gave it to give to you guys as a gift on how to plan your time. So take a look at that, and then we'll figure out that tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks for jumping on, you guys. See you next week. Bye.
Good night.